Legends of the Dugout. In the game of baseball, numbers mean just about everything. 6 World Series championships, nearly 7,000 wins, 35 playoff appearances. These numbers are a combination of greatness. These are the numbers that define the careers of 4 of the most renowned managers in baseball history. Tonight, for the first time, Atlanta Braves' Bobby Cox, Los Angeles Dodgers' Tommy Lasorda, and St. Louis's own Whitey Herzog come together to share stories of their favorite pastime and remember the late Earl Weaver as they are inducted into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame on this Legends series. Welcome inside the Missouri Athletic Club in downtown St. Louis as the St. Louis Hall of Fame honors Earl Weaver, Bobby Cox, Whitey Herzog, and Tommy Lasorda with the Legends of the Dugout Award. Now, here's Ron Jacober.
All right, it's time to have some fun. It's time to have some fun, folks. He's an icon in Atlanta. He managed the Braves from 1978 to 1981, then went to Toronto for 3 seasons before returning to the Braves as their general manager. But the lure of the dugout pulled him back into uniform, into the dugout. He stayed as the Braves manager for another 20 years before retiring 3 years ago. His Braves won 14 Eastern Division titles. Astonishingly, they won 11 Eastern Division titles in a row. His Atlanta club won 2 World Series. He's been known to disagree with umpires on occasion. I told you it was going to get better. He holds the all-time record with 158 ejections. However, good for him. However, I'm told many times he did it to protect his players. He ranks 4th in the all-time managerial win list with 2,504. He's eligible for election into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown next year, and I'm sure he's going to be there. Please welcome Bobby Cox. Rumor has it when this man cuts himself shaving, the blood on his cheek is not red, it's Dodger blue. He was 0-4 as a major league left-handed pitcher, which is probably a blessing because he found his true calling as a manager. He managed the Dodgers for 21 seasons, winning 1,600 games and 2 World Championships. He's been with the Dodgers in some capacity for over 6 decades. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown in 1997. Bob and I both saw him at the Sydney Olympics when he coached the United States baseball team to a gold medal. And man, did he wave the flag for the whole world to see. A great ambassador for the United States and the game of baseball. Please welcome Tommy Lasorda. He was a left-handed outfielder with Washington, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Detroit. He played parts of 8 seasons in the majors, 634 games. But he discovered his real talent was managing and not hitting. 18 seasons he spent in the dugout managing Texas, Kansas City, and the Cardinals. While his teams won 3 pennants in Kansas City, his greatest success came when his work clothes included the Cardinals on the bat. Gussie Busch hired him to take over a dysfunctional Cardinal team, and Whitey Ball was born. The decade of the 80s is one of the most exciting and successful in Cardinal history. Pennants in 82, 85, and 87 as Whitey Ball infected Cardinal fans. There would have been a World Championship in 85 if the new replay rules would have been in effect. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame 3 years ago, a St. Louis icon. In fact, he owned St. Louis. Please welcome the White Rat, Whitey Herzog. He came to St. Louis in 1974 to broadcast the Spirits of St. Louis basketball games on KMOX radio for the princely sum of $8,000 a year. Jack Buck told him, "I got ties older than you, kid," and he probably did. He's gone on to a modestly successful sportscasting career. It's included being named National Sportscaster of the Year 8 times, about 20 Emmys, the Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. He's been host of NBC's Olympic coverage in Barcelona, Atlanta, Sydney, Salt Lake City, Athens, Turin, Beijing, Vancouver, and London. Maybe the most notable accomplishment, though, for him, he was the voice of God in the production of Monty Python's Spam-A-Lot at the Muni this year. We still claim him as our own, our friend, our host, the moderator, the voice of God, Bob Costas.
Legends of the Dugout.